So I'm sorry this has to be on my webcam, and this is not a vlog video, but my camera ran out of battery, and I really wanted to film this today because I feel like I've put it off for quite a while. And so this was a requested video, and I'm sorry I got back to whoever it was so late, because I did fulfill another person's request a while ago, like really quickly after they asked me to do it. But this one was requested by someone, and I did respond to them, and I didn't feel like filming a video for that because I thought it was pretty self-explanatory, but I thought a lot about it, and I think it's not quite self-explanatory, so especially for first-time users. And so I'm just going to get started and talk about my experience with contacts and what I do to put on contacts and take care of my contacts. And so first thing, I'm going to say what contact lenses are, and they are little plastic like lenses that are made for your eyes, specifically for your shape and for your prescription. And they vary on price depending on what kind of eyes you have. And so I'm going to show you two contact types, and one is for my type and one is my brother's type. And my type is I have Coopervision's Proclear soft contact lenses, Toric contact lenses. And the thing about Toric contact lenses is that they are for people with astigmatism, and astigmatism is when your eyes are more shaped like footballs, and so your eyes are like less curved than normal eyes, which are more rounded. And so I have astigmatism, and so my contact lenses are Toric contact lenses, and I'm pretty sure a 6-month supply of this is about $60, and that is quite expensive. And so here's what it looks like inside, and in one box usually there are 6 contact lenses. And so on the top there's like an aluminum foil that has your prescription on it, and it's in a plastic casing for your contact lenses with solution, and you just take off the aluminum foil and take it out whenever you need a new pair. And I have the same prescription for both of my eyes. Before I had 2 different prescriptions, and so I had 2 different boxes, and one eye was stronger than the other, and so I had 2 different prescriptions. And so these are my contacts. And my brother uses Acuvue Oasys, and recently he got astigmatism ones, but he did use these before, and I think these are a lot cheaper. I think they're like $20, especially since you can buy them at Walmart and stuff. But yeah, and he has the same prescription in both eyes as well, so that's really convenient, but at the same time not as good, if you know what I mean. But these are just the 2 comparing. I don't think the 2 contact lenses are different sizes, but they're just different shapes and different prescriptions. So yeah. And for first-time contact users, you usually get a rebate on your first purchase of contact lenses, and so the company will send you a debit card with a certain amount of money on it, and you can just spend it like cash at any store. And that's what my brother and I got when we first purchased our contacts, and that was like 2 years ago, I believe. And so yeah. And you can purchase contact lenses online or through 1-800-CONTACT or through your optometrist, which I do because my prescription, my insurance covers like $70 of my contact lenses, so that's what I do. And so now I'm going to talk about how I take care of my contact lenses. And so all the time you have to deal with your contact lenses with clean hands, and not like super clean like with soap and everything. I don't wash my hands with soap just because I'm afraid the soap will come in contact, like any leftover soap will come in contact with my contact lens and then burn my eyes. So I don't wash my hands with soap, but I just scrub them really well underwater. And so you dry them on a nice, like I would say lint-free or lint-less towel, because the more lint you get on your fingers, it'll come into contact with your contact lens, and then once it gets into your eye, it really hurts. because there's a piece of lint stuck between your eye and your contact lens, and you don't want that. So every time you put on your contact lenses, you have to make sure that there is no lint on your contact lens. And that's really easy to see, because then you can just see it's very transparent. So yeah. And so the solution I use is Kirkland brand, and I know this is like not ideal, but it's really cheap for two 16-ounce bottles. It's about $8 or $10, I'm not sure. And you get two of these, and you get a free contact lens case with it, so that's a really great deal. And the brand that I used to use before, because my optometrist gave me a free trial size of it, was the Opti-Free brand, and it usually comes in like this little size, and in 2 fluid ounces, and this comes with free with every like contact lens like visit you have with your optometrist, I guess. And she also gives you a free contact lens, or he. And so I used to use this. Opti-Free is a really good brand. They have really quality stuff, but they're just really expensive. It's like $8 or $13 for one bottle, and it's not this big either, so I stopped using them because they're just really expensive, and this has lasted me a really long time. What else? So this is the solution I use. And the contact lens cases I use are the Bausch and Lomb. I'll put that in the description. It's this kind of case, and you can get these anywhere, and they come in a pack of 3 for about $3 to $4, and that's better than Opti-Free because they come in packs of 2 and they're about the same price, so you get an extra one. And then now I'm going to show you what I do. So every morning, I have my contact lens case like closed up because I put my contacts back in at night, and they rest in solution overnight, and they should rest in solution for at least 6 hours to get the moisture back in and to just really clean it and disinfect it. And inside the contact lens case, there's usually like an invisible line, and it's washed out. But there's usually like an invisible line inside to where that's where you stop putting in solution. And so I fill it up to that line for both of my contact lenses, and it rests overnight. And in the morning I unscrew both of them, and then I open the top of this contact lens solution, and I place them on my countertop, and then I go wash my hands so that I make sure that my hands don't get dirty by touching the top and by touching the cap. And so I wash my hands, and then I go in with my finger, and I start with my right contact lens always, and I always put my contact lens back with my right, starting with my right eye, because this is how I'm like coordinated. I'm right-handed, and so that's just how I personally do it. And you make sure you always do it the same way so you don't forget, especially if you have 2 different prescriptions. And so I go in and I take well, not like this, just like this, and then I take the contact lens out, and then you have to flip it over right side up, and usually you know when it's right side up when you like touch it a little and it doesn't like go back to a curved shape on your hand. And so it's supposed to be right side up, and you take some solution and you pour some fresh solution on top of it, and then you make sure there's no lint on it, and then you put it in your eye. And what you can do is you go like this and then you put it in your eye. And I recommend that for girls especially, that you don't have long nails like this, because it's really hard to grab your contact lens and to put it in your eyes. But unfortunately I have one finger that's a lone finger that is not long. And so you do that, and you put it in your eye, and you do the same thing with your left contact lens. And if it falls or drops on your countertop, what you do is you put it in the palm of your hand, you take some solution and you pour some to cover the whole contact lens, and then you like move it around in the contact lens solution, so you're like washing it, and then you pick it up and then you drop the solution, and then you check it again to make sure there's no lint or that it's dirty, and then you repeat the process. And then after I put my contact lenses in, I take the solution that was in here overnight and I drop it in the sink, and then I rinse my lens case with this solution and my caps, and then I set them upside down on a little piece of paper towel that I have laying on my countertop in a basket. And it's really a tussle between rinsing your contact lens case with solution or with warm water. And I don't like to do warm water just because it's just like you waste time waiting for the water to get warm so that you can clean your contact lenses. And I know it's wasting solution by rinsing your contact lens case with it. I don't do that when I travel because this little thing won't last you very long. But when I'm just at home, I just rinse it with contact solution because it's really easy. So yeah. And then on the paper towel, my contact lens case rests like this, so that there's no like dust or anything getting into it while it dries, because that just dirties up your case. So yeah, and I wear my contact lenses throughout the day, and I'm pretty used to having the feeling of having contacts in my eyes. Usually when you're a first-time user, you can feel like the piece of plastic in your eye, and I know I felt that, and so it was really uncomfortable, but I got used to it. And if your eye feels dry, because now your eyes need more moisture so that the plastic contact lens in your eye gets moisture, I use Systane eye drops, and this is quite expensive. It's like $9 to $13 for this little eyedropper, and this is 10 milliliters. But I use these, and it really helps with my eyes. Oh, and usually when you put in your contact lens, since you have to put in fresh solution onto the contact lens, it's like you drip solution on your face. So I recommend putting on makeup after you put in your contacts, because then you don't want the solution to mess up your makeup on your face. And so I put on concealer after I put in my contact. I always do that. And so that's just a little tip. What else? Oh yeah, and so throughout the day I wear it. So let's see, I put on contacts at 6 in the morning because I'm on a school schedule, and I take them off. Before, I used to take them off whenever I didn't need to wear them anymore, like I was going to stay home for the rest of the day. But now I just do it whenever I go to bed, and that's at 11:30 at night. So I wear them for a really, really long time. The recommended wear is 14 hours, but I'm pretty okay with it. Sometimes I do accidentally sleep in my contacts, and that is really bad. But my eyes kind of used to it. I'm not sure. But you can get a disease, I believe, by sleeping in your contacts, because I know my brother was freaking out about that. He didn't want to sleep in his contacts at all. And so just when you sleep in your contacts, your eyes roll back and your contacts get dry because you're not blinking that much, producing enough moisture. And so when you wake up, your contact will be really dry and really stick to your eyeball, and so it'll be a little bit harder to take off your eyes, and your eyes will be really dry after you take out your contact lenses. So I recommend not sleeping in them the best you can. And if you do sleep in them and you're planning on going out the next day, I recommend not wearing your contact lens for that day, because your eyes will be really irritated. And so just wait it out for another day, it won't hurt you. So that's what I do during the day. And what else? And then at night, when I take them out, I wash my hands again. And it really doesn't matter if your hands have lint this time, because you're just taking it out. You're just going like this. You do this motion again, and you take out your contact lens, and this is open, and then you just place both of them in there, and then you pour solution to the line, and then you close it up and let it rest for at least 6 hours. And so yeah, pretty much it. Contacts are a responsibility and a privilege, and you need to take care of them. I did go without wearing contacts for about 3 months because we didn't have like the insurance to buy contact lenses again, so I was okay with that.